Moonlit Presence, a guided meditation for Sidereal Moon. Gong, welcome. Take a moment to find a position that feels comfortable and supportive. Whether you are sitting or lying down, allow your body to settle naturally. There is nothing you need to change, nothing you need to accomplish, nothing you need to become. This is simply a time to be present. Take a slow, gentle breath in and slowly breathe out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. There is no need to deepen it, no need to control it. Simply allow each breath to arrive and each breath to leave. Notice the support beneath your body, the chair, the floor, the bed, the cushion. Allow yourself to receive that support. Imagine now that it is a quiet evening. The sun has slipped below the horizon. The sky has deepened into shades of blue. Above you, the moon shines softly. Its light is gentle. It does not overwhelm. It simply illuminates what is already here. You find yourself standing beneath the moonlight. The air is cool. The world has become quieter. There is no rush, no urgency, only stillness. Take another slow breath. As you breathe, notice how the moon never asks the night to be different. It shines whether the sky is clear or cloudy, whether the stars are bright or hidden. It simply offers its light. Perhaps you can offer yourself that same gentle presence without judgment, without expectation, without needing to change anything. Simply noticing, simply being. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice your feet, your legs, your hips, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your hands, your neck, your face. There is nothing to fix, nothing to force, only awareness, only presence. Imagine that the moonlight gently surrounds you, soft silver light resting on your shoulders, across your heart, down your arms, through your hands, across your back, down your legs, until your entire body feels wrapped in quiet moonlight. The light asks nothing of you. It simply reminds you that you belong here, exactly as you are. Take a slow breath. Silently repeat, I am here. This moment is enough. I do not need to rush. I allow myself to simply be. Notice the sounds around you. Perhaps distant sounds, perhaps nearby sounds, perhaps silence. Allow each sound to come and go naturally. There is no need to hold on to any of them. Like clouds crossing the moon, they appear, they pass. Your awareness remains. Now notice your thoughts. Perhaps they are busy, perhaps they are quiet. Perhaps they drift from one thing to another. Imagine each thought as a cloud slowly moving across the night sky. There is no need to stop the clouds. There is no need to follow them. Simply watch them move. Eventually, the sky becomes open once more. The moon remains. Your awareness remains. Take another slow breath. Imagine sitting beside a quiet lake. The moon reflects perfectly upon the water. The surface is calm. Every now and then, a small ripple appears. Then the water becomes still again. Notice that your mind is much like the lake. Thoughts create ripples. Emotions create movement. Yet beneath every ripple, there is stillness. That stillness has always been there. Allow yourself to rest there now. Silently repeat, stillness lives within me. Peace does not require perfection. Presence is enough. I return to this moment. Rest quietly for several breaths. Feel the moonlight surrounding you. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Feel the steady support beneath your body. Notice that nothing needs to happen for this moment to be complete. Simply breathing is enough. Simply listening is enough. Simply being is enough. Take one final slow breath in and gently let it go. As this meditation begins to come to a close, bring your awareness back to the room around you. Notice the support beneath your body. Notice the temperature of the air against your skin. Notice the sounds nearby. Begin gently moving your fingers, your toes. Stretch if your body invites it. Move slowly. Move with kindness. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Thank you for taking this time to pause beneath the quiet light of the moon. May you carry this sense of gentle presence with you throughout your day, remembering that you do not have to do more to be worthy of peace. Sometimes, the greatest gift is simply being present. Just as the moon quietly shines, you are enough simply by being here. before me. Wait for me to ring. I kill him and I never met, in the marrow of my bones. The unspoken resilience built the shape of my own. Hands that worked in science, voices that went unheard, strength without an audience, power without a word. They did not vanish, they did not fade. They live in the choices that I have made. There is a lineage in my blood, and I fight on unknown. An inheritance of fire passed quietly from one to one. I do not stand alone here, I do not rise from it. There is a lineage in my blood, and I feel them everywhere. Mothers without language, daughters without shield, women who bend but never fully kneel. They stitched survival into everyday bread. They built foundations under threat. What they endure was not erased, it moves inside my ribcage. There's a itch in my blood, it's steady and alive. They are written into textbooks, but impossible to write. I carry what the read. I hold what was old. There is a lineage in my blood, and it arises when I swell.
I say no, they echo, and I stand tall. They live when I say no.
When I say no, they echo. When I stand tall, they When I say go, when I say go, when I say go.
In my love,
When I say no, they echo.
there is a
Lineage in my blood. When I say no, when I say no, when I say no, when I say no, yeah. When I click yes, when I click yes, when I say no, when I say no. When I say no, when I say no, when I say before him, before now, when I say no, before me, within me, to me,
To me.
dum 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 dum. Before me, when I die, I carry women, I carry women, I carry women, I carry women, I carry. Before me, before them, I carry with the weather, I carry with the weather, I carry with the I carry women, I carry women, I carry women, I carry women, I carry. Before me, before me, before me. There is a moment after survival where people begin asking questions as if your wounds told them language. Explain it, prove it, make it understandable, make it softer, make it easier to hold. But pain was never created to become performance. You do not have to explain why your body went silent, why certain roads make your breath shorter, why your hands shake when someone raises their voice. You do not have to explain why you stopped answering calls, why you disappeared for a while, why rest became survival instead of luxury. Songs cannot be translated without reopening them. Some memories still arrive through sound, through smell, through the tightening of muscles before words ever appear. And still, you survive them, even without explanation. There are people who only believe pain once it becomes visible enough for their comfort. But your nervous system does not exist to audition suffering for an audience. Your body is not required to testify in order to deserve care. Maybe healing looks less like explaining and more like placing one hand on your chest and finally saying, I believe myself, even here, even now, even without witnesses. You do not have to shrink your grief into something digestible. You do not have to package trauma into flourishing language. You do not have to make your pain beautiful, palatable, or education for the people who never carried it. Sometimes survival sounds like silence. Sometimes healing looks like leaving the room. Sometimes the most honest sentence the body can say is, I cannot talk about this today. And that is still true. So let the breath return slowly, let the jaw clench in its own time, let the voice come back without force. Nothing here needs to be proven, nothing here needs permission to hurt. And you do not have to explain your pain in order for it to have been real.
Tell me, what are women supposed to give up before somebody finally says enough? Our privacy, our boundaries, the rooms where we undress. How much are we expected to surrender and call progress? Women know the history, we know violence has been real. We know what it means to calculate whether somewhere feels safe enough to breathe. So don't tell me that my boundary is something I should hide. A woman has the right to say not everything is yours to redefine. I don't know away my privacy, I don't know away my voice. Respecting another human being won't disappear. Women deserve boundaries. Women deserve to be heard here. I believe God created male and female. Two sexes given life. You may hold another understanding, but I won't surrender mine. Hormones can't change characteristics. Surgery can change what eyes can see, but I don't believe those interventions rewrite reproductive biology. I can treat another person with dignity along the way, while still believing biological sex has meaning. We should be allowed to name. Why should women give up our spaces? Why should women be afraid to speak? Why should safety become negotiable whenever women set a boundary? Female sports were built for women, for our bodies, strength and dreams. We fought too long to have a place. Don't ask us now to leave. Look at the leagues built around male competition. NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB. You don't see women changing identity, then demanding a place in those leagues. You don't see female athletes saying, call me a man and let me take your place. You don't see women entering men's divisions and demanding that the rules be changed. So why are women told to step aside when the direction is reversed? Why should female athletes lose their place after fighting so hard to earn it first? When a woman trains for years, when every second counts, when strength and speed decide the podium, biological differences matter in the outcome. Women's competition matters. Women's records matter too. Every girl deserves a sporting category created fairly for women to pursue. Don't take her medal, don't take her place, don't take the record with her name. Women fought to enter these arenas. Women deserve a fair and meaningful game. Women have survived violence. Women have survived being told to stay quiet about it. Women have survived being doubted, dismissed, blamed, and expected to accommodate everyone before protecting ourselves. Enough. A boundary is not violence. Prophecy is not hatred. Fair competition is not cruelty. And saying that biological sex matters does not mean another human being has no dignity. But women have dignity too. Women have rights too. Women have voices too. And we are allowed to use them. Don't ask for my silence and call it kindness. Don't erase my boundary and call it inclusion. Don't tell a woman her discomfort doesn't matter. Don't tell an athlete her category doesn't matter. There has to be room for women in the conversation about women. Why should women give up our spaces? Why should women surrender our names? Why should generations fight for rights just to watch the boundaries change? Let women have our privacy. Let female athletes have their field. Let women speak about biological sex without being commanded to yield. I won't surrender safety. I won't surrender speech. I won't surrender women's boundaries just because they're inconvenient to keep. You can disagree with me, You can live differently from me. You can believe differently from me. And I can still say, women matter, privacy matters, safety matters, fairness matters, biological sex matters, and women do not have to disappear to prove that we are kind. I am a woman. I know the life I've lived. I know the body I was born into, and everything that word has meant. I am a lesbian. My love for women is my own. I won't apologize for naming who I am and whom I love. My sexuality is not a promise. That attraction must include everyone. My boundaries belong to me, and consent is never owed to anyone. I decide who enters my life. I decide who enters my bed. No movement, label, or expectation gets to make that choice instead. My boundary, my voice, consent belongs to me. You can identify however you choose. You can ask the world to know your name, but nobody's identity can determine who another person must desire or date. No means no for every woman. No explanation should be required. Nobody is owed another person's body, affection, intimacy, or desire. I won't call my sexual boundaries hatred. I won't apologize for being clear. I am attracted to women, and I have every right to say it here. I am a woman. I am a lesbian. I will not surrender what those words mean to me. I recognize biological sex, and I won't be pressured to change my beliefs. Surgery can alter anatomy. Hormones can change characteristics too, but neither can compel my attraction or tell me whom I have to choose. I do not owe anyone attraction. I do not owe anyone a relationship. I do not owe anyone access to my body. My sexual orientation is not something another person gets to negotiate. You can define yourself, but you cannot define me. You cannot redefine my boundaries, and you cannot turn my no into something that requires your approval. I am a woman. I am a lesbian, and those words belong in my mouth too. My body, my choice, my love, my choice, my boundaries, my choice, my voice, my choice. No guilt, no coercion, no demanded attraction. I am a woman. I am a lesbian. I will not surrender what those words mean to me. I recognize biological sex, and I won't be pressured to change my beliefs. Surgery can alter anatomy. Hormones can change characteristics too. ownership. I do not owe anyone access to my body. My sexual orientation is not something another person gets to negotiate. You can define yourself, but you cannot define me. You cannot redefine my boundaries, and you cannot turn my no into something that requires your approval. I am a woman. I am a lesbian. 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 I will not surrender what those words mean to me. No guilt, no coercion, no demanded attraction. Consent. I am a woman. I am a lesbian. I will not disappear from my own name. I will love whom I freely choose to love, and I will never apologize for saying it. You don't have to share my beliefs. You don't have to understand my view. But my boundaries are still boundaries, and my consent belongs to me, not you. Woman, woman, lesbian. My body, my boundaries, my attraction, my voice. I decide. And I will not apologize for it. We were never an afterthought, never a word someone else could claim. Before the world could speak about us, God already knew our names. Formed within the womb, life unfolding from the start. Female wasn't manufactured, it was written through the body and heart. Women fought to enter classrooms. Women fought to own their lives. Women fought to enter stadiums and finally stand beneath those lights. Now we're standing on that history, and we're not giving it away. Nothing is going to stop women. We're still standing here today. We won't move backward. We won't disappear. You can change characteristics too. You can live according to your identity. That decision belongs to you. But I don't believe medical transition changes biological sex, and another person's identity doesn't require my agreement. Next, female athletes train for years, for fractions of a second, inches, scores. Every medal carries sacrifice. Every record represents something more. So protect meaningful competition. Protect the opportunities women earn. Those categories weren't handed freely. They were victories women fought We are builders and creators. Our story doesn't suddenly end. We are more than stereotypes, more than dresses, makeup, hair. Being female isn't a performance. Our bodies have always been there. And I won't apologize for saying that the word woman matters to me. I won't surrender female language or pretend biology has ceased to be. Women have been told to move aside before. We have been told to stay quiet before. We have been told that somebody else's comfort matters more than our boundaries before. And still, women rose, women competed, women created, women survived, women spoke, and we are still speaking. I believe God created male and female. I believe biological sex matters. I believe women deserve meaningful female athletic categories. You don't have to share my faith. You don't have to share my convictions, but you do not get to tell me that I must surrender them in order. Have compassion. Our bodies, our records, our voices, our names, our boundaries, our opportunities, our right to compete. We are still here. We are still here. We are still here. We are still here. Nothing is going to stop women. Nothing is taking our place. Women belong in women's sports, and women's voices belong right here. Let women run, let women fight, let women lift, let women rise. Let every girl look toward that field and know there's a place where she can strive. I believe God formed women before we ever saw the light. We will stand, we will speak, we will compete, we will rise. Nothing is gonna stop women. Not silence, not pressure, not disagreement, not fear, not despair. Nothing is going to stop women.